Hey everyone, this is Tox from critshappen.com. Thanks for watching and welcome back. We're here in our Choose Your Own Adventure critical situation of Descent 2.0 using the Lair of the Worm expansion. If you're unfamiliar with what we're doing here, I highly suggest to take a second and click on the link on your screen to watch the introductory video. But for those of you here to watch the hero's journey, thank you so much for joining us, and let's see what we can do to bring justice to the world. Alright, so we have a lot happening on the board here, but we have a pretty good plan. So let's go ahead and fire it off. So Reinhardt is going to come in first, and he is going to move and go 1, 2, 3, right up here next to these two monsters, the fire imps. So the first thing he's going to do is take a swing at the master monster up here, who has 4 health and 1 gray defense die. Now he has an iron longsword, which is going to allow him to take a red and a blue and attack. We'll see what happens here. He gets pretty good roll of 4 damage versus a defense roll of 1. So that is going to leave the master monster with 3 health. So we'll go ahead and we'll put 3 damage onto this guy right here. And we'll just kind of put it next to him so you know he's got some damage on him. Now, I'm just putting them on the board so that you can see them. When we play, and I'd love to hear how everyone else plays, we generally, with master monsters, will just leave the health on the card because there's usually only the one master monster on the board. Okay, so next up, we're going to use Leoric. And Leoric is going to do something really fun. Leoric has 2 fatigue out of 5 already on him. He is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, which is his movement. He's then going to suffer 2 fatigue to move an additional 1 and an additional 1 more. So that's going to put him at 4 total fatigue. Now, he is going to use his heroic feat. His heroic feat says perform an attack with a magic weapon, which is his sunburst that he has. This attack ignores range and targets each figure adjacent to you. 1 attack roll is made, but each figure rolls defense dice separately. Now, you'll notice that it does say each figure adjacent to you, not each enemy. So Reinhardt is going to get hit by this because he is adjacent. But more importantly, this is going to hit these 3 monsters. So we'll flip Leoric's card over to show that we have used his heroic feat. And then we'll go ahead and make a die roll with a blue and a yellow attack die for his sunburst. See what we get. We get a pretty good roll. We get 3 hearts and 1 surge. So that could potentially be 5 points of damage, or it could stun people. I think for what we're about to do and hoping to kill a lot of monsters, we may want to go ahead and do the plus damage just to make sure that we get it through. So we'll go ahead and use that as a +2 for a attack for damage. So we'll have 5 hearts, and we're going to roll all the way around. Let's start with Reinhardt since he is adjacent and he's the hero here. He'll roll 1 defense die of 3. Because we use the surge for the +2, he will actually take 2 damage. So it's not great, but it's not bad. That's actually really good for Reinhardt. Now we'll start off with the master monster, who also has a gray defense. He rolls nothing, so this guy is going to be moved off the board. We'll lose a heart to the other side, and the Overlord is going to be able to bring him back possibly as a reinforcement here in the entrance on his next turn. We'll go ahead and roll for this guy, and both of these are pretty much dead. We'll roll for him. Yep, because they only have 2 health, so that 1 attack did a great job of getting rid of 3 of those monsters, which was really, really helpful. Okay, so we have 1 monster left up here, and we think we have a pretty good shot at getting rid of this. Astrian is up next. Astrian is going to come up here and move 1, 2. Then Astrian is going to use her Blessed Strike. Blessed Strike says to use it as an ability, and it says perform an attack with a melee weapon, which she has. That's the light hammer. If you deal at least 1 damage after rolling defense dice, you and 1 hero of your choice adjacent to you each recover 2 health points. So this could potentially take the 2 health points back from Reinhardt that he just took from that blast, that massive rune blast from Sunburst that Leoric did. So we'll go ahead and we'll add 1 fatigue to Asrian because that's how much it's going to cost us to use the Blessed Strike. And then we'll go ahead and we'll roll an attack using the Light Hammer against this minion monster. We have a blue and a yellow attack, and we roll pretty good. We get 4 hearts and a surge. And the surge on the Light Hammer can either be +2 damage or stun. Well, again, since they only have 2 health, we'll go ahead and pump that up to ensure they're going to die. They'll roll their 1. Even if they roll the absolute best on this, which is 3, they would still be dead. So this guy goes away and dies, and we have cleared out the entire caravan spot, save for the shadow of the dragon. But more importantly, we did damage, so both Asrian heals 2 and Reinhardt heals 2, as he is adjacent to her right there. So that brings Reinhardt back down to his 7 damage, which is really good and manageable. And more importantly, we are up and away from the spiders chasing us down from the Overlord's turn. So that's the hero's turn. We'd love to hear what you thought, what you would do differently, what you may change depending on what your strategies might be. So feel free to leave your comments below in the YouTube channel. You can of course join in the discussion on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Google Plus by searching Crits Happen, or at our homepage at critshappen.com. We also highly encourage and suggest, if you're interested, to check out the Overlord's turn in comparison to see what they did and get ideas and some strategies talking about there as well. But we hope you enjoyed this critical situation of choosing your own adventure for Descent 2.0. Until we see you next time, thank you so much for watching. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.